Everybody loves player options books, and yet, 9 years into 5th edition, the only two released are Xanatar's Guides to Everything and Tasha's Cauldron for Everything. When should we expect a new one? Why they take so long to be published? Don't they have good sales? What about campaign settings? Why so few of them compared to the 19 adventures released so far? Those are actually good questions, especially if you consider that if we take the number of Amazon product reviews as a proxy to sales, the best-selling product lines are exactly the ones that are released less frequently than the others. Take Rules expansion books, for example. They're the second best-selling product line. I'd expect there would be an even higher number of such releases. Why that doesn't happen? I believe the reason is protecting the game balance and simplicity. Think with me, we're 9 years into 5e and there's been only one new character class released, the ARTIFICER. New classes may have huge impact in game balance and in complexity. The same goes with subclasses. The initial 42 subclasses, including the 2 of the Dungeon Master's Guide, have already hit a total of 117. That's almost 3 times as many. Xanatar's Guide to Everything alone introduced 31 new subclasses and Tasha's Cauldron of Everything another 30. Imagine if there were 30 new subclasses released every year. I think it would stress the fan base, who would have serious trouble on keeping up, and it would risk game balance. In the long term, such a strategy would destroy one of the most valuable 5e assets, its streamlined rules. Starter sets are another interesting product line. The very reason of such products to exist limits the number of products that would make sense to launch. They exist to introduce new players to the game, so their goals would be twofold. 1. Increasing the previous product quality in order to make a starter set as suitable for a newbie as possible. And 2. Providing a good array of different starter sets to match different tastes. I believe both those goals are well in place with the latest release, the Dragons of Stormwreck Isle set, and the current offer of 5 different starter sets. Surprisingly, adventures are the least sold product line, despite the many of them that have been published. I believe the reason for that is that adventures are the running blood that keeps all the system working. Many of us love to homebrew our adventures, but it takes a lot of time to do so. Releasing a couple of adventures every year is the only way of dealing with the heart of a successful game. Keeps fans constantly playing. If campaign settings like Spelljammer sell better than adventures, why would they be less published? I think that question actually helps us to understand the recent Shadow of the Dragon Queen release. Many were expecting Dragonlance to be published as a campaign setting and not an adventure. But again, adventures are needed to keep the fan base running. I believe that to be the reason why recent campaign setting releases, like Strixhaven and Spelljammer, dedicate many other pages for adventures, and why recent adventures, such as Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel and Shadow of the Dragon Queen, introduce a new setting to 5e. I think the goal of this kind of merger between those two product lines is to accommodate the better sales potential of campaign settings with the need of publishing adventures to keep fans playing. And that's why I expect this trend to continue in future releases, as it is grounded on these two powerful market drivers.